morning. My name is Jeevita, Assistant Professor, working in Women's Christian College, Department of Commerce. So today topic is we are going to see about human resource planning. Let's see what is the study outcomes. So first of all, we have to know what is the meaning and definition of planning, and to understand the importance, objectives and characteristics, factors affecting human resource planning. What are the various ways of doing effective human resource planning, the process, and what is called as demand and forecasting supply, which decides recruiting manpower in the industry, to explore and give ideas about human resource retention plan. So let's go. Actually, everyone in life, definitely they are going to plan something. So what is initially planning is, we are going to frame or else setting some objectives in life. Objectives is nothing but goals. So the first and foremost thing is setting the objectives and reaching the goals. So usually every company always recruit employees in the company. So what is most important is planning. They have the predetermined objectives that how many employees are supposed to be needed in the industries. And if they have surplus employees, they are supposed to do some other procedures to do the following things. First, we'll see what is the introduction. So human resource planning could be expressed as a process by which the management ensure the right number of people and right kind of people at the right place and at the right time, doing the right thing. So there is four important concepts is there: right number of people, right kind of people, right place, right time, right things. So who is needed in the organization? Always the skilled and the knowledge oriented people who know the particular jobs, they are only going to be recruited. And this is very important to recruit at the right time. So right number of people and right kind of people, right place, right time, and right things, which is made the achievement of goal of the organization. And this human resource planning is a ongoing process. It is a continuous process. It has no never ending, which means every time, the people who are working in the organization, they will be going out to the next organization, or else due to retirement or due to death, they might be not able to work in the organization. So this is a compulsion that every organization are supposed to recruit employees as a continuous process. So this is a famous definition, Coleman. Manpower planning is the process of determining manpower requirements and the means of meeting those requirements in order to carry out the integrated plan of the organization. Next one is, what is human resource planning? So as I already said that human resource planning, we have effective HR planning when we have right people, right capabilities, right time, and at the right place. So this is very important. And the next one is importance of human resource planning. What is the importance of human resource planning? So deal with change. So always the employees are supposed to adopt the technological, social, and the environmental changes, because due to advanced in the industries, due to increasing technology, the people are supposed to adhere. People means employees are supposed to adhere those technological oriented aspects. So that is very important. Know where you are going, any road will get you there. This is a quote. The next one, it further helps to replace employees. So which the human resource planning helps to replace the employees, and it can able to procure the required manpower. If the company is very big, it can create more expansion programs. It ensure optimum investment in human resources. It is indispensable to give effective reservation policy. It is essential in view of the problem of labor turnover, which means what is labor turnover means the people are going out of the organization. It helps to tackle the problem of surplus or shortage of manpower. So the company are supposed to identify whether the employees are surplus in need or they are in shortage. It becomes necessary to meet the needs of changing technology. So this is what the basic concept of human resource planning. Next one, characteristics of human resource planning. It is goal oriented. As I already said, setting objectives and reaching the goal is the first and foremost objective of planning. It focuses attention on the present and future manpower needs of an organization. So present and future manpower needs. Suppose in an organization, currently there are 100 employees is needed, and in future the company might have think that like they might be, diversify their organization a little bit. So they need 50 more employees. So they have to be planned accordingly and start the procedure to recruit the employees. It follows a systematic approach to the task of fulfilling the manpower needs. So always the companies have some rules, regulations, policies to recruit the employees. It promotes efficiency. It is a continuous process. It can be made flexible. If there is a planning, then everything will be go in a fruitful manner. Like if there is a no planning, then it comes at very collapse. So they cannot able to make effectively anything. Next one, objectives of human resource planning helps to attain the overall objective of the enterprise. So it is not only touching one department or two department. Wherever there is a necessity of recruiting manpower, so they will be recruit. If they don't want the employees, they will be rejected. So the second one is to keep the cost of recruitment and selection of employees low. So they have some procedures like recruiting employees. They can conduct online interviews. They should not use paperworks like the aptitude test or whatever test they are conducting. They should definitely minimize their cost so that the cost of recruitment will be low, to ensure that the organization does not face the problem of either surplus or shortage of employees, because planning is something called as we have to be think prior itself. So the company are not supposed to face problem in the future. They have to be planned prior. So this objective leads to selection of right man for the right job. So assistant professor means they are supposed to be net or set qualified, or else they are supposed to finish PhD. So this is what the qualification of assistant professor. So for any job, there is some qualification is there. So while they are, recruiting the people, they have to be think whether this man is fit for the job or not. The last one, to ensure that the amount invested in human resources is at optimum minimal. So what is the amount invested on the particular person is supposed to be optimum level. Like whatever it may be, like giving salary or giving bonus. So that is something related with the skills of the person. Next one, to make available the required manpower when expansion and diversification activities are undertaken. Required manpower, which means when the company is expanding, they have to be recruit more amount of employees to eliminate or minimize the adverse effect of labor turnover. Sometimes the employees itself not liking the job, or else they feel that they are very discomfort in the place. So they will be moving out the organization suddenly, or else they are not getting the right amount of salary in the company. So this leads to labor turnover. So the company are supposed to be avoid this. Next one, to find a suitable replacement for those employees who retire, die, become incapacitated, or dismissed from service or disciplinary grounds. So in these situations, definitely human resource planning is important to guard the enterprise against manpower obsolescence, which means that technologically we are improving so that the outdated employees are supposed to be give training, and they are supposed to be increase their knowledge and skills. They have to improve their skills and knowledge. So that is most important. The next one is this is very important in human resource planning, factors affecting human resource planning, internal factors, external factors. So we'll see one by one. Internal factors, recruitment policy of the organization. As I said already, there is some rules, regulations, procedures every company will follow, and have to check what is the availability of fund to recruit the person for this year, and what is the job requirement of the company, and what type of jobs available in the company, and the company are supposed to be connected with the trade union. So these are the 5 internal factors. And the next one is external factors, the reservation policy of the government, which means the category, like based on the caste or else based on the reservation. They have some categories. So how many employees are supposed to be recruited from this particular caste? So this is also very important, because giving jobs to only one category of people is not good. So we have to be give importance to all the people. Next one, availability of the desired manpower, willingness of the job seekers to accept the terms and conditions, knowledge of the trend in the industry, level of technology. Measures to make HRP effective. So what are the measures? Cost benefit. As I said already, always the company, the HR manager have some knowledge to fix the cost of the organization. Like fix the cost to recruit the employees, how to select the employees, what are the various methods to recruit the employees. So everything they have to know. This is called as cost benefit. So they cannot able to waste the money. That is important. Next one, make accurate forecast. Forecast means we are seeking the future, like we are seeing the future, what is important, what is needed. Accurate forecast. So how many employees are needed, how many are not needed. So that is important. Provision for future uncertainties. Future uncertainties. Uncertain means may not it happen. So they have to look upon that. Involve employees and their unions. Introducing flexibility in the organization, because there is no strict formulations. The employees have to work enthusiastically, and whatever they have ideas, they can give it, they can share it in the organization. Next one, consideration of both quantity and quality. So quantity and quality. Quality of the people is important, and quantity, like 50 employees, 100 employees. So there is some quantity, 50 employees not having such type of skills, such type of knowledge, then there is no use. And here in another organization, 100 employees have different types of ideas, skills, knowledge. So that companies is giving good input, and they are going and reaching the correct objectives. That is most important. So what is the quantity and quality of the people? That is most important. And this is the process of HR process. So environment, which leads to organizational objectives and policies. HR needs forecast, and that side HR supply forecast. What is the need? What is the supply? Already how many employees is there? How many are yet to be recruited? That is, we have to identify that. HR programming, HR implementation, control and evaluation, and which leads to, we are going to be identified that whether there is a surplus or shortage. If there is a surplus employees in the organization, restricted hiring. So after some time, we should not hire any employees. Reduced hours, like 8 hours of jobs, we have to be reduced, and we can give it at 6 hours. Next one, layoff. Okay, there is no work. Shortage. If there is a shortage in the organization, then there are two types. One is recruitment, another one is selection. First one is recruitment, like they will be apply for the job, and the second one is selection. Based on the applications, we are going to be select the right man for the right job. So this is the diagrammatic representation of the HRP process. The next one, so these are the various steps. The first step, environmental scanning. We have to be look so much like economic factor. Economically, the company is strong. Like economically means like they have money to recruit the people. They have enough amount. Next one, technological changes, demographic, age, gender, sex. Based on that, they have to recruit. Political issues, they have to see. They have to see the political issues. Based on that, they have to recruit the people. Social concern, government regulation, they have to follow. Employment opportunities, like giving work to the unemployed people. Like they are not always look for the people who have more amount of experience. Like many graduated students will be there. They can give employment opportunities to those people. Next one, competitor strategy. The companies have to look for the other companies' competitive strategy, and based on that, they have to select the employees. So this is a continuation. Product mix and capacity utilization. Like the employees are supposed to be diversified based on their skills and knowledge. They cannot be sit on only one department. If they are very good in accounts department, they have to be transferred to the accounts department. If they are very, very good in communication, they have to be transferred to the marketing department. So likewise, they have to be diversified. Acquisition and merger. So the companies, if it is 2 or more companies, they can merge and recruit more amount of employees. They can do more amount of expansion programs. And always the companies have to check the wage revision. Wage revision means every year, based on the skills of the employees, based on the performance of the employees, the companies are supposed to revise the wages, and they have to give the bonus payment. And they have to check the working environment and condition. Everything is giving safeguard to the employees, because not only men are working in the company, and also women's are doing the job. So while they are doing the job, they might be face any consequences. So whatever it may be, they have to be give the full 100% safeguard. And the companies are supposed to encourage each department, they have head. So they have supposed to encourage their employees by way of morale and motivation, reorganization and induction of new managers. Suppose if they are needed, they can recruit new managers. Next one, second step, organizational objectives and policies. HRP need to be based on organizational objectives. HRP is need to be based on organizational. As I said already, like the first step itself, framing the objectives and reaching the goal. So HR demand forecasting. Demand. So what is the demand for the employees? That is, we have to be looked at. Next one, forecasting the demand for future human resources. Demand for human resource. Demand forecasting is the process of estimating the quantity and quality. So I already explained what is quantity and quality of people. So we have so many procedures to identify and recruiting trend analysis, judgmental, mathematical ratio analysis. Like the companies have to check the last 5 years report, and based on that they can recruit the employees. So there is a technique called Delphi technique, like asking a group of expert, like for very big uh, positions like IAS, IPS. So for IAS, IPS interviews and all, they will be definitely doing this Delphi technique, asking a group of expert. The group of expert will conduct an interview and selecting the employees. So rule of thumb is nothing but using general guidelines, and based on that, they will be recruit the employees. And the fourth step is the human resource supply forecasting. So the supply analysis covers like existing human resource, how many internal, how many external sources is there, and they have to be see the skills of the employees and their and they will be look upon their salary, job, and what is the capacity of each individual in the organization. Next one, internal sources, inflow and outflow, how many employees are coming in and how many employees are going out, productivity level, each employee are giving definitely output to the organization. So what is their project, how they are doing the work. And the next one, external supply. Like external supply means recruiting the persons outside the place from university, college, or else open job marketplace, individuals after early retirement, ex-army. So these are the various kinds. The next one, HRP, steps of HRP, fifth step. After the forecasting of HR demand and supply, the two must be balanced. So now we have identified what is the human resource shortage, what is the human resource supply. If there is a shortage, definitely we have to recruit the employees based on various things. Like we have to recruit by way of asking the existing employees in the organization, or else inviting applications from the new employees. If there is a shortage, then definitely downsizing will be taken place. Next one, sixth point, sixth step, solution analysis is the development of strategies for closing the gaps. So how to close this gap? So we are ending this process by giving the right solution, whether there is a need for recruitment. If there is a need for recruitment, then the next process is selection. If there is a selection, then we have to be give placement to the employees. If we are giving placement to the employees, we have to be give training and development to the people. And retention activities is very important. Retention activities means we have to be keep the employees as years as possible. Like if they are very skilled, knowledge oriented employees, they are giving 100% to the companies. We are not supposed to give some discomfort to the employees. So the last point is downsizing plan. So if the company is facing any uncomfort situations, like facing losses, that time this downsizing will be taken place. And finally, HRP implementation. So managerial succession plan. Planning is a succession. Like we are planning before itself. We are not planning once the program is done. Okay, so succession planning is the process of ensuring suitable supply of successors for current and future senior or key jobs. Say, for example, for like HOD. So, in the place of HOD is going to be take the next position as a dean. Then there is a need for HOD position in one place. So, who is the last senior faculty in the department? They are going to be recruited in the HOD position. So for the key managerial role, some other persons are going to be recruited. It refers to the process of deciding how to fill the most important executive post in the organization. So the role of HR, how to reach, how to we have to reach the successful human resource planning is HR personnel have to understand the role of human resource planning process, top management to be supportive, not to start with an overly complex system, healthy communication between HR personnel and line managers, which means the HR personnel, the managers, and also the staff have to communicate, coordinate each other always. HR plan to be integrated with the organization strategic planning, balance between qualitative and quantitative approach. So this is called as a retention plan. What are the various steps of doing this retention plan? Have to give job security, pay benefit, promotion opportunities, facilities for training, because technologically they are improving, have to give training, conductive working condition, good environment, encouraging workers' participation by way of giving morale and motivation, challenging work we can assign, but we should not strictly following the employees. They have to feel happy and comfortably they have to work. Motivation, encouraging workers to form a union, facilities for counseling. So an effective HRP is required for an organization to be effective. A complex system is not what's required. Measures of success of the system if the right people are available in the right time. HRP needs to be fully integrated to the organization business plan. HR managers must be able to demonstrate the HRP process. So thank you. Be the smile, spread smile, happiness and love. So have a nice session. Thank you once again.